Welcome back to the Luxury Channel. What I have for you in today's video is going to be 6 times Tai Lopez proved he was a genius. And now before we end up getting into that, if you guys are new to the channel, remember to subscribe and comment down below saying that you did in fact subscribe, and you could get a shout out at the end of the month since that is what we do on the channel. So let us know down below and you could get a shout out. And for those of you guys that do not know a lot about Tai Lopez, but you have seen his ads with his Lamborghinis and Ferraris, Tai Lopez was born April 11th, 1977. He is 41 years old and he has been doing his business for so long. He is one of the most profound entrepreneurs out there, and a lot of people have their opinions about him, but hopefully after this video you guys will actually know that he was being a genius at least 6 times. So first, we're going to be going over his way of making his money. So first of all, what did he do? He created a motivational book / a program, and he did sell it online. Then he went to promote that by filming a video in a garage that had a Ferrari and a Lamborghini, and he hoped that that video would go viral. He talked like a professional person, he knew what he was talking about, and he was doing it well enough to make this a living. After that, his video went viral and everyone wanted a piece of his motivational chit chat. Eventually, he got enough money to do a lot more stuff like that. And that is really what helped Tai Lopez's career just go absolutely from about a little bit to a 100% increase. So these are a few steps that he did use to go from nothing to one of the richest entrepreneurs out there. So number 1, he took a risk at an early age. Lopez had a hunger to be an entrepreneur ever since he was a young kid. His first step into the world of entrepreneurship was at 6 years old when he began selling tomatoes for his mother. He said, "My mom had these cherry tomatoes she would sell. The problem was nobody really bought the tomatoes, so I took it upon myself to sell lemonade with sugar instead. In the time I had sold 1 bag of tomato for 25 cents, I was able to sell 10 times more with my lemonade stand," he said. In a sense, this is a metaphor for how Lopez executes his social media content today. He knows that in order to reach large audiences, he needs to give people lemonade, not tomatoes. Now that was actually a big genius thing he did do there. Now the next genius thing he did was adopt a lifestyle focused mindset. Part of becoming successful, he said, is about fighting out the lifestyle you want to live and then working backwards. You have to reverse engineer where it is you want to end up and what you can do in order to get there. He once said, "I always knew whatever I ended up doing, it needed to involve traveling," he said. "I enjoy meeting new people, interesting people, smart people. I like reading. I wanted a life with a bit of an adventure. So I thought hard about it, and what I would do is allow myself to do all of those things. I asked myself what my business would have to look like for those things to happen in order to accomplish those personal satisfying goals." And the personal brand you see today reflects exactly that. If you want to live your ideal lifestyle, you need to ask yourself what you can do with manifest the lifestyle in the first place. From there, get excited about that lifestyle and mentality, and that passion will overflow you in to work hard success and to never give up. Now he is just a genius. If you guys do take that with a grain of salt, whether it's from Tai Lopez or not, because a lot of people don't really like him, you will realize that that will come in handy later on, because that advice right there is absolutely amazing. One of the next things he did, number 4, was develop and promote a daily brain budget. Lopez, who frequently advocates for books and mentors over a college education, believes there is no excuses for someone not to be reading and learning every single day. From autobiographies to self-help, celebrity stories, and beyond, Lopez has built a following of off-sharing stories and lessons from every industry that people can learn from. His theory is that we should all have a daily brain budget. What he means is this: by understanding how much input you need in order to continue a positive growth curve for yourself. If you aren't prioritizing and setting aside time for your own development, you're going to fall stagnant, he said. You have to make the time and invest that time wisely, no differently than if you were to invest any amount of money into yourself. And the 5th genius thing he has ever done was test, optimize, repeat. What many people don't know about Lopez's viral YouTube ad, "Here in My Garage," is that you have to record it multiple times and different versions were tested. Everything you do, especially the things that become successful, have an element of luck and skill attached to them. He said, "With the video in particular, I had an idea for it and shot it a few different versions, but I really didn't know how it was going to perform, so we split tested it and one of them ended up going viral." He went on to explain that part of entrepreneurship is always to be doing and improving your work. You have to try things in order to know if they're going to work or not. And as his grandpa had told him, once is luck, twice is skill. I've done it more than once at this point, so now it's a skill. Now, the sixth thing that he did that was super smart, guys, was build a personal brand about what you're best at. So whatever you guys are best at, you need to build a brand about whatever you are good at, because if you're good at it, someone else is going to know that. Lopez has a personal brand recognized by millions of people around the world, but ask him how he's built that for himself and he won't say self-promotion. People think that it's a show, but these are just things that I like to do. I built a personal brand around who I already am, instead of who I wanted people to see me as, and I think that there's a lot of people go wrong. It has to be authentic, otherwise no one is going to get on board, he said. He went on to explain that while people can't necessarily succeed by following his same formula because each person succeeds in different ways, they can learn from his principles, shares, and apply it from them accordingly. After all, he said, if I can do it, you can do it. And by doing all of this, Tai Lopez has become one of the most richest entrepreneurs. So Lopez has a YouTube channel with more than Lopez has a YouTube channel with over 900,000 subscribers and stuff like that. He owns more than 20 multi-million-dollar companies. He's also created a book club to help people achieve their own good life. And as of 2019, his net value is over $5 million. Now, to some rich people in the world, that may not seem like a lot, but from someone who's been grinding and came up from nothing, $5 million is great, and that is what he is worth. And he is most famous for this. He used to work at the GE Capital. He is an owner of a nightclub business in Hollywood. Lopez went on to become a certified financial planner. He worked in the world of finance before becoming a founder, investor, keynote speaker, advisor, and a mentor to more than 20 multi-million-dollar business companies, like I've said before.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you on the next video on the Luxury channel. Peace out.